So we're here on this neighborhood street. It goes through from Glendale over there, which is a larger street, a road, a regional road, through to another road on the other side. And as you can see, this little neighborhood street is a 4-lane sort of massive development. What I'm interested in this particular street, as you'll see in the future, we're going to compare it to another one nearby. This one is a through street technically, though I'm sure the locals don't want traffic passing through, and it's not really intended for that, to gain access to the other road on the other side here. But as you can see, we got parking on both sides, extremely wide street, and we got this kind of cute residential neighborhood. The interesting thing is, from an article in Small Towns, made me think about the sort of financial aspect of a road like this, because these small houses along this street are meant to be serviced by this street and not anyone else in the area. So the question is, can the houses along this street that are using it for parking and to drive on actually sustain economically the cost of putting this street in? And we'll look a little critically at a nearby street to see what the answer might be. It's probably pretty obvious. And the other question is, why should the entire city be funding the parking here for these houses when, you know, they already have ample parking privately? So we'll take a look at another nearby street for comparison value here in the future. So here we're on a neighboring street. It runs parallel to the other one, and as you can see, the design philosophy is quite different on this street. We have a boulevard with trees. Importantly, we have a sidewalk. We have parking on only one side, and both the lanes on this road are much narrower. So we have a much more neighborhoodly street. But the strange thing is that this street actually connects to a very large shopping center, which is right there, as you can see. So there's an enormous regional shopping center right there, and that connects actually right up here. So you can access the shopping center through this side street. So the question is, why is this street so much more suitable for the area, despite the fact that it's supposed to serve a huge regional shopping center? Meanwhile, its neighboring street, which is not meant to serve any of the neighboring neighborhood at all, but is only meant to serve the houses on that street, why is that one so enormous? How is it supposed to be that this street, which theoretically, because it serves the shopping center, can pull from the land taxes of that shopping center, which is right here? How is it that this street has been so much more sort of economically viable, has been made economically viable, whereas the other one can only pull from a few residences and yet is orders of magnitude more expensive and provides fewer local services, like, for example, a sidewalk? So that's the sort of economical oversight that you can expect from the city of St. Catharines, unfortunately. And it doesn't do well for the city economically in the long run.